Your laughing is amazing. Especially considering everything the poor guy's been through this morning. I'm going to fly back and tell Father what happened. Wish me luck. Hope that I don't get stolen or brainwashed.
Well, if it isn't Link. Where around the plazas you found your dumb bird? Did you eat him? I would have eaten him. God, I'm hungry.
Name's Lunk. Me break face.
Well, that's just great. Because you and your dumb bird can't tell time. All the pre-race warm-ups me and my guys did were for nothing. Now I'm all stiff. You know what I mean? We've been waiting around forever to start the race, and they delay it for you? I don't get it. The big flake gets special treatment? Like a special flake? Like a corn flake? God, I'm hungry. You're almost a man, and yet you still can't seem to get anywhere without Zelda. I bet you can't even decide what to have for lunch on your own, huh?
You know what? I don't get that. Why is that? Why is it that he is basically some, like, inept child who can't move along without Zelda carrying his hand or holding his hand through everything he does, yet for some fucking reason she's in love with him? Like, is that it, ladies? Ladies who are listening to this, please answer this question to me. Is what you really want a man that validates you by constantly needing you to support him? Is that what you want? Do you want a man who is incapable of doing anything except for the most mundane tasks, but without your supervision? Is that it? Because that's what the Japanese seem to be shilling in every single one of their video games, animes, movies, TV shows, and even in their fucking, like, their commercials. Like, they keep sitting there saying, like, lady, you're nothing without a man to constantly dote over. If you want to be happy in life, you need a man. You need a man who can't do anything, so that way you can make him useful.
There are some people like that need that level of, like, I forget what it's called, but there's like a personality type where they want something to take care of, and it's like essentially being a mother or something like that.
Are you talking about being codependent?
No, not codependent. But it's similar.
Okay. Well, I don't get it.
You don't get that mentality?
Yep. Like it makes no sense to me. Like, maybe that's my problem. Maybe the problem is that I've always, like, tried not to be that person.
Yeah.
And so to a small degree I've made it so that way I am super against seeking or getting help.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's become an issue. Like, I've had on one occasion an ex of mine tell me that she broke up with me specifically because she felt like she wasn't needed in the relationship. And maybe that's her problem, maybe that's my problem. I'm not entirely sure.
I'm sure it's probably a little column A, a little column B.
But yeah, it like, for some reason, people who are like, I need to be needed by somebody in order to feel validated in the relationship, confuses me. Maybe it's because I look at my parents. My parents are a great example of this, actually, and I'm sure you've seen it. My parents are very independent of each other.
Right.
My dad does his thing, my mom does her thing, and both of them are fine with that. They have their two separate things that they do, but they also have time together.
Yeah.
You know, when they come to bed, when they have meals, they eat together, they sleep, you know, in the same bed all the time. There's very few times where my mother goes out of town without my father with her. And maybe that's my problem, is that I feel like I want a relationship where I am independent on my own, yet I still have somebody to come home to. Something to come home for.
Yeah, I mean, but there's definitely, I don't know. I've never been in a relationship with you, Tom, so I can't say for sure. Nor have I actually ever really seen you in any relationship. You usually pretty private about that stuff.
Yeah, and we can get on that later, but
Yeah.
you were saying?
But, I mean, there's... Like, here's the thing. At the end of the day, everyone's fucked up in some capacity. We are all fucked up and broken people.
Yep.
And that manifests in very different ways, and it's kind of like whether or not how aware of that you are and how you handle that is true. For some people, based on maybe how they were raised, based on their life experiences and stuff like that, they need, like you said, they seek some sort of validation through taking care of someone. By having someone there that needs them, they then are like, I feel validated and I need this from you. That's not a healthy relationship.
Nope.
But the direct opposite of that is also unhealthy. The kind of like...
complete isolationist?
Yeah, the kind of person who doesn't open up to their partner or just, doesn't open themselves up and make themselves vulnerable in some capacity to them is also a very unhealthy relationship. And seeking that kind of healthy relationship is a very, very difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I get it.
Oh my god, please, stop.
Yes, you've instructed me on how to call my bird like 45,000 times so far in this game. I understand.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Do you need to hear it again? Nope.
yeah, I wanted to make sure. Sometimes they try and trick you with that fucking dialogue. Excellent.
Well, any extreme is bad,
Right.
Being too proud is bad. Being too pious is bad. Being too, whatever is bad. And basically, in a relationship, you don't want to be codependent. Because codependency usually means that one person's what's the word I'm looking for? The way that they act, how they do things, is fueled or accepted by another, by their partner.
Yeah.
And so that fuels their behavior, and then through their partner's behavior or their own behavior, the partner fuels in return. So you don't want to have that weird like what is going on here? You're supposed to catch that bird?
We are racing with the bird. I don't know if we're supposed to catch it or...
Okay. You're supposed to catch... Yeah, you're supposed to catch Zapdos.
I had it.
Oh, you got him twice.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah, there he is. Go get Zapdos. You got it.
Come on, buddy.
See, look at this. Fucking team instinct here. This is why you don't need to go and do that stupid, like, training stuff. Except for that wide arcing, like, turns. Like, look at it. It's all the way over there now.
It's fine.
But yeah, the main reason I've always kind of been very private about my relationships is I really feel that, like, in my regards at least, I feel like there's almost no reason to go around, like, showing off a relationship that I'm not secure in, like, that I don't feel will be something that'll be around, or something that I don't want to stay around for a while. And it could just be because, like, I feel like in a relationship, oh god, are they throwing, like...
Yes, they're throwing eggs at me now.
Wait, they're throwing, like, Skyloft bird eggs at you?
Yes.
Why?
Because they want Groose to win.
But that means that they're killing the babies of their own birds.
Yay, I got the bird statuette.
Yay!
I won the thing. Fuck Groose.
I'm pretty sure there's no way for you to lose in this.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yay, you won. You got the bird statuette. Now you get to have a picture. Link!
Now we get to make out with Zelda.
But yeah, like, for me, whoa, she is very trusting of you.
She's real excited for our makeout session.
Yeah, she is.
She's like, bitch, I'm gonna play this hard for you, if you know what I mean. It's hop time.
Look at that derpy look on his face. He's just like, what? Yeah. yeah, to me, like, I don't know, for a relationship, it's something that, you know, I don't want to introduce to others until I'm secure in it, that I'm like, hey, this is somebody that I will be around or be with for a good long while, and you know, frankly, it's one of those weird things or weird, you know, quirks of mine.
Yeah, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't consider anything I do wrong in a relationship, because frankly, it's just a relationship is just an extent of who you are. And it's one of those things that I've always felt, it's like, hey, your life is in a good place. You found somebody you enjoy spending time with. You want them to be a part of that, and so, you know, they're kind of along for the ride.
Right, yeah.
And you're kind of along for their ride too. It's just one of those things where it's like sharing a car ride.
Yeah.
You know, it's two people in a car, and it's awkward. You know, at first it's really fun. You have a lot to talk about. You go on and on about a bunch of shit, and you do things, and you like talk about things that you have common interest in, and then you listen to your fun music, and you have fun singing together, and then there comes a point where you have nothing to talk about because you've already talked it all out. You don't have anything to share. And so it becomes this weird middle ground where, you know, you have two choices. One, you can go and it smells nice too.
So
That's weird. You enjoy the person for their company in the car ride that you're in silence, and you're just kind of like, Steve is there. He's here. We're just driving to go to Vegas or to go to lunch, and that's just it. I don't need to talk to him. We can enjoy the trip as we go. And if I have an interesting anecdote, I can tell it to Steve and not be a crazy person talking to myself, and Steve will reciprocate back.
Yeah.
And it's something that I haven't been able to, or it seems like it's something that most of the people I've ever been in a relationship with seem to understand. What? Uh-oh. Sort of?
What sort of?
Yeah, we make out, right? Right, sweetheart?
Let's kiss with tongues.
That's where their just tongues are slapping against each other, just.
Oh, I have to jump.
That big round design in the center. Finish the ceremony, you need to drop down right in the center of it. I can do that. I can do that easily. I think I remember this. I did not open my sailcloth.
Did you just die?
I just smashed right into it and it resets.
Oh man, I forget how to control this fucking thing.
Oh, boonk.
Alright, close enough.
You failed, Steve.
Whatever.
Duh, what?
Oh, I see.
You get to fly down? That was perfect. You're amazing, Link.
5 out of 7.
5 out of 7.
You were perfect, Link. 5 out of 7.
Oh my god. So I don't know how many of you know this. Well, nobody knows this because it only matured in the last 2 weeks since, you know, we last recorded. So yeah, I started drawing recently, and oh my god, drawing hands is the worst thing ever.
Yep.
Oh my god, it is so hard. I cannot do it. I've watched so many fucking videos on it, and I've read books on it, and I can't do it. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, you just draw two trapezoid, you know, inverted from each other, and then you separate out the line in the middle between the two trapezoids into 4 equal sections, which equals the 4 fingers.
Yeah.
And then you draw the thumb connected at the base of the wrist. So what you do is you create 2 parallel lines. Parallel is like this.
Parallel lines will never meet.
That's right.
But
So
sadly,
yeah.
perpendicular lines only meet once and never again.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Thank you for that condescending...
Horribly depressing description of lines.
Yeah, and very condescending, too. We'll get into this subject in the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye.